Don't know much about history.
I would just say, like, you're more worried about not getting killed than eating or sleeping.
Don't know much trigonometry.
Secant is
opposite of cosine.
No, it's hypotenuse.
something of the cosine.
Don't know much about science.
Put that away. This is not a beauty parlor.
Don't know much about the French I do.
C'est un peu difficile pour les
Well, I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too. History. Biology. Well,
So it helps you read. It's scared half the way.
Did you bring my Did you redo this? Please play sax.
Did you redo this?
It's almost like free period just inside the trailer. We also do the Pledge of Allegiance at around 8:05.
And to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. All right, folks, time's up. Let's go.
This debate.
We are taking the music class time and working on spots for the musical because there's a big hunk of 8th graders that are in it and they need help musically wise. So we're doing it in music class because I don't get the chance after school to be solo with them. The others, they get to have the study hall.
Right now we have our milestone. It's our English big paper, research paper. Yeah, / history this year. Yeah, last year it was a free topic and shut up. And the year before it was a science / English paper. And so we're working on that.
Well, I'm just tuning my guitar. My bass. Playing games on our calculators.
And if they get rowdy at the end of the class period, I make check marks in my grade book because if they can't be quiet during a rehearsal, then the rehearsal doesn't work. So it's both ends of the coin. Besides, you have to sing, you get a grade. You have to be quiet and respectful on the other hand. Otherwise, it doesn't work.
I'm 7.
What? This song is so stupid. You're talking. I need to read. I told you to go away before.
This isn't really my song. I'm 7.
What? This song is so stupid. You're talking. I need to read. I told you to go away before.
I now pronounce you Goofy. Ready? And.
Georgie Porgy.
Right. It's hard to do it on demand. You're a funny guy on your terms, but you have to do it on demand.
No, he isn't. He's a scary guy.
Scary guy? Sometimes it's too much like family, where they get too close to me that they start to tune me out like their parents. But I've known them for so long, and that's the danger. On the good side is they really, I'm not a stranger, so they don't have to pretend that they're something that they're not.
You never know. No, no one goes.
And a good for nothing slob.
Okay.
I had to do that. And I still see them as 4th graders. I still see Jenny with the recorder in her mouth. I can't not see that. So I feel that I can get as much as I can out of them. But they're like nurtured here. Wait till they hit the real world.
Atticus opts not to. He and his brother both opt to move on. His brother is doing what?
Medicine.
Going medicine where?
At school.
Well, we don't know what college, but in Boston. Who is Miss Stephanie?
This is a very highly motivated, driven, bright group of students. And so that the level of discussion that you can have with them is really wonderful.
I forget who was the mayor who released everyone off of death row.
In Louisiana.
And I think it was Louisiana. Or it was 50% of the people who were on death row were innocent.
Obviously, not all people are awarded the same opportunities, but are you asking?
They love to talk, argue, and debate, and they have a tendency to want to be heard so that they will talk over each other on numerous occasions, which makes them a little bit troublesome to control at various times. But overall, they are a very exciting class to teach because of the energy and enthusiasm that they bring in the classroom.
He has to go and eat in the kitchen because if there are guests over, the hosts don't want to have the guests see the butler.
And then the last line, line 18, is alliteration for am American, A-M-A-M, or M-M.
We have to analyze this poem, and then we're going to go up and present it to our class.
His inner beauty is not being able to get through to everyone because he's shielded by, he's trapped inside his skin.
If you could talk about Langston Hughes' imagery in this particular poem.
He's part of the whole American society, which would be a family, that he would be like the darker, like pigmented section of the family.
And he uses the term brother intentionally because he's saying that although he's darker skinned, he's still part of the American, like the society, the human race family.
Very thorough job. All right.
75 over B, opposite over adjacent. And tan of 50 is B over 75.
The square root of 3 times the shorter side.
Okay, so if this is S, the shorter side, this is S times the square root of 3. So when I'm looking at this triangle, which I drew, and when you're taking the SAT, you definitely should draw it and label it. What do the answers have to do with for number 7? It's all what kind of triangle it is, right?
This class that they're taking is typically a 10th grade honors geometry course.
So the ratio is?
Square root of 3 to 1.
Square root of 3 to 1.
Since the SAT is made up primarily of algebra and geometry, that's why when we do those 2 courses, we talk about the SAT quite a lot, because they know that they're smarter than the average bear and that they have to remember this stuff. Because you can't say, well, what did that old lady Byers say when you're sitting there on some Saturday morning taking the test, right? It's all got to come to mind.
Yeah, what was the story supposed to be?
I didn't understand it all.
We are doing our French homework right before French class. This isn't going on tape, is it? Seriously? We are working ahead in our French books right now. And, what page is it on?
167.
167, you said?
Yeah, yo, who ate the what's a grab?
Oh, I'm gonna get some food from the 4th graders.
Parce que la nourriture est tellement affreuse. Imaginez que vous mangez quelque chose d'affreux tous les jours. Toi aussi, tu aimes clé? Oui. D'accord? Clé. D'accord. C'est pas. Et c'est facile à dire. Clé. Oui. D'accord.
Il pense que tout c'est un peu beaucoup plus sérieux que c'est en réalité.
As you can see, they speak very fluently. They're very comfortable with the language. We're reading a short story, and that's what we're sort of discussing. We started by talking about what we liked about the story, and then we read passages from the story, you know, what they liked about it and why. They have to sort of justify why they liked it.
Je pense que c'est la parole au livre. The story.
Histoire.
Oui, histoire.
Il est très gentil avec eux, il est comme un grand frère ou quelque chose.
Oui, d'accord.
Il est très triste,
On l'a trouvé un peu hypocrite.
Oui.
Oui.
¿Es una actividad de hablar? Sí.
¿Debo proteger los árboles?
Sí.
Debo reciclar las botellas de vidrio.
Sí, reciclar vidrio.
Debo conversar la basura. Conservar.
No.
Did they make it mandatory to take French in the lower school? to anyone who's already been there in the lower school wants to continue on with French since they've already started to learn.
And we want a challenge.
We're at the beginning stages of the second year, in comparison to a high school or in a second semester college.
Easier to use Spanish in the United States rather than French.
Once I really learn how to speak it, it probably will become more valuable, but I'm not very good.
This is called a male bonding ritual. We all sit down and drink together.
All our teachers was like, "Oh, you're going to high school next year. You should act better."
Especially
but we're never
Mr.
treated
Pat.
the way we're supposed to be if we were in
Yeah,
high school.
especially
What
Jeffrey said.
We know that we don't want to be with them because they are gross.
They make all these fart and burp jokes all the time. Actually, it's only been this year. Last year they didn't do that.
I wish they issued individual laptops, though. That would be really nice. Yeah, that would.
They should have a boys lacrosse team.
They should have more teams for boys.
Yeah, there's no sport that the boys play that the girls don't play.
I think we're all just tired and ready to move on.
We're really pushed.
Thank you so much.
That's pretty good, but at the same time,
Thank you so much.
It depends. It gets hard though, because almost every other class has 2 classes that have had people changing, but we're the only class who hasn't. We haven't changed at all. We've had this since 6th, 6th, 7th grade. And so, in one way, we're like a family, and it's really nice because we're all really good friends and we know each other.
Yeah, like half
And
the
another
class
way's kind
has
of
been
annoying
here.
because we never see new faces. And
Yeah.
it's kind of like we want to get out and try to.
Half the class has been here already for like 5 years. Or since 4th grade.
We have like so many legacy children in our class. There's like Andy and Richie and Rachel and Lila. They're all like overachieving people. It's really scary. It belittles us.
And then there's us, you know?
Yeah.
Your opening PowerPoint, if you close it out, you're starting a blank presentation. On the task pane on the right-hand side, the option to choose a blank presentation is there.
We're working on Microsoft PowerPoint, and we're basically learning the functions. It basically is a side presentation to make it easier for us to give presentations.
Open mic progress report. No, you're deleting this. You are following the directions on D3. Follow the directions, please. All right, it tells you the steps, it tells you what to do, how to do it, where to go, and what to do. Log out, get out, and leave Miss Byers' classroom. Or office.
Oh, you're
You laugh at me.
You're a clever one, Mr. Parker.
Yeah, I know.
You're too much.
Write all of these down, please. Copy every one of them, please. As soon as you have copied down the formula, beside the formula, write the name of the formula.
Are we allowed to use our notes for this?
No. Number 1. Nikki.
Ethanol.
Ethanol. F meaning?
2 carbons.
2 carbon. All meaning?
Alcohol.
Alcohol. Okay. Number 3, Julia.
Propene.
Propene.
Peen.
Ending.
Yanni.
E-N-E. Why?
Because there's a double bond.
Double bond. 6. What kind of compound is 6?
Ketone.
No.
Isoketone.
Yes, Henry. Wait a minute, from the voice from the far end, I heard knowledge. What did you call it?
Acetate.
No, you were close. I thought you said something else. What we're trying to do is get the students ready so that when they take an honors biology in high school, they will understand the chemistry that they're dealing with when they deal with a biochemistry course. The stuff we're dealing with today is not unlike the stuff that you'd have in an introductory organic chemistry course in college, naming of organic compounds. But more important than just the naming of the compounds, they should have, and they do have, an understanding of how those compounds come together and the kind of bonding that's involved. That's why we would keep going back to the bonding, which we studied earlier. Last one, number 8. Whose grade is going to hang in the balance? Miss Malevsky.
Methyl chloride?
Close. Close. Yes.
Hydrochloric gas. Oh no, there wouldn't be a carbon. I don't know.